We're on?
Yeah.
Good.
Hello, YouTube.
The camera is kind of like our behind the scenes version. We don't edit that part just because that would be a lot of editing every
Oh,
week.
yeah. I believe that.
This one, the streaming version, goes on Spotify and Google and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That gets edited. So
Yeah.
just so you know.
Sounds
Let's
good.
say hello to those folks in a second.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to hit the record button if you're ready, Nick.
Yeah, Nick's good to go.
Nick's good to go. Courtney's good to go.
We're ready.
Courtney Perock. Club 54.
Yes, ma'am.
My brain is not fully working. Okay, here we go. If I mess it up, we'll start over.
That's okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Well, here we are, another week. I don't even keep track of, I used to be like, it's week 23 of our podcast. And now we've done so many that I just can't even remember anymore.
We're at 8.5 months now.
8.5 months.
So whatever the math
Whatever
is
that
on
is,
that.
yeah.
Yes, I love it. That's so great. Well, let's just get rolling, right? We're going to talk to Courtney today.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about real estate.
maybe.
We don't want to bore anybody to tears, but
Nope.
yeah. All right, well, let's do it. Let's do it.
In the know in the 920.
It's our little jam. All right.
Woo.
Woohoo. Okay, so exciting. We are here with Kortney Perock.
Yes.
She owns Club 54.
Oh, I'm excited
It
to
kind
learn
of
about
sounds
this.
like an exclusive. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's
very
fine.
exclusive.
I get
club.
that a lot. Like, are you like Studio 54?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear all about it. I really am. Nicholas, do we have any real estate updates, news? What are you thinking about the market at this moment?
Right now, we don't have a whole lot of active or available.
We have a lot of active listings. They're just
have
all under
active,
contract.
Nothing available.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, houses are still going, so it's still a
Yes.
good time to sell. I mean, there's still plenty of buyers that are looking as always. So,
Absolutely. We have, I think, 3 new listings coming up in the next week or so.
yeah.
So that'll be great.
Ooh, that's exciting.
More choices for people.
Yeah.
Inventory has just been low the last couple of years, and so it's just been hard because there's more buyers than there are houses for sale. Supply and demand, right? So there's just been a lot of competition. But the other thing I wanted to say about competition is this time of year, I think, is a great time for those buyers that have had trouble. Maybe they wrote, I mean, we know plenty of them, wrote 3, 4, 5 offers in the spring, summer, didn't get anywhere, because one person wins and a lot of people don't win when there's 20 bids or whatever, right?
Sure.
This is a great time for them to come back and really have a better opportunity in the next couple of months because, I mean, the winter, we've always been busy over the winter. We're not insanely busy like we are come February, March, and the rest of the year, but I've sold lots of houses through the winter. I've worked with lots of buyers through the winter. I think it is a good time because there isn't as many people that are, some people don't want to move in the snow. I get it, all those things, but this is a really good time for those people to come out. Yeah. So give us a call if you are like, I feel defeated or felt defeated, this summer, and now I want to still get a house, and we'll get you a house.
Yeah. I think last November, our team averaged 1 accepted offer a day for the month. So,
Ooh.
Yeah. It's still a very good market. Prices have kind of stabilized, which is nice. Interest rates are they're not bad. Again, people still compare to the pandemic interest rates, and those are gone. Interest rates in the 5s and 6s are very, very normal, and really they're pretty darn good interest rates. So anyways, if you have been feeling like I want to buy a house and the timing wasn't right before, you got outbid or whatever, give us a call. We'll do it now.
just do it.
Just do it.
Don't sue me, Nike.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
I don't think we're like that.
Yeah,
you
not
know,
on their radar.
National. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk to Kortney.
Hi.
Hi. Also, I just have to mention it is hot in here today.
Yep.
Ooh, it's warm outside.
Has been all week.
I mean, October and it's like 80 degrees. I mean, listen, I'll take it, but I'm just saying, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little warm.
Oh, yeah.
So, hopefully, none of us melt. Courtney,
Yes.
Club 54.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it all about?
So we are actually a nutrition club in a
Okay.
small town. So basically, what it is that we do there is we help people, whether they have, a specific like goal weight in mind,
Sure.
or they have, some kind of a need that they want to change. And we help them really figure out how we can do that. So we'll customize things for you. And then having that nutrition club in town, you can come in, you can come talk to me. We'll hang out for a little while. You can try some different stuff. So we do, we do energizing teas and things like that to kind of
Sure.
help people, find a different form to get that caffeine in.
That's nice.
yeah.
I like that. 'Cause
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like coffee. I'm not a coffee person. Never have been. So that's
okay.
kind of cool.
But yeah, we can kind of formulate it
Yeah.
however you'd like,
Yeah.
whatever flavors that you like.
Sure.
And we just kind of play around with it and
Yeah.
do a little mixology and things like that as well.
that.
But then we also have, these protein shakes that are absolutely amazing. They taste like ice cream, and they are actually a full meal replacement for you. So we can kind of customize different things to help you out with it, even right
Sure.
there at the club. And then we just kind of, keep in touch, see how you feel, and we
Wait,
go
so
from
hold
there.
up. I could have ice cream just for a meal?
I don't know if I would say that
okay.
specifically, but yes, we can kind of make it seem
She's not
that way.
saying that you should go home, open up your carton of,
Well, no, it sounds like this
Breyer's
is special
ice cream.
science ice cream.
Right. Special.
I really like that a lot.
Yes.
Special
Special
science. ice
Special
cream.
science. Special science ice cream. Say
We'll
that
say
10
that.
times
Yeah,
fast.
say that.
That's really cool. I love it. So when did you get started with this?
So this actually kind of fell into my lap when I was pregnant with my daughter. It was actually during the pandemic, so we were kind of looking for different ways
Good
to
old COVID.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's a blessing though in a way because
Yeah.
I got my daughter during COVID, and then I
Sure.
also because she was born right in the thick of it. But then also too, this wonderful opportunity fell into my lap, which was nice because prior to that, I was actually a server and a bartender for like a decade.
Sure.
So of course everything shut down.
Yes.
And my boyfriend was really the only one that was bringing in an income because he was considered an essential worker and I wasn't. So this was a really good way for me to get started in things and really learn about
Sure.
things. And yeah, I've just always really liked it. Helping people has been a huge passion of mine for my entire life.
Sure.
So yeah, it was just kind of a cool thing. And then this April that's coming, April, it'll be 5 years already.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's crazy.
That's amazing. Good
Thanks.
for you. I can't even believe that COVID was that long ago.
Yep.
But it was. And, you are right in a way that, COVID was obviously horrible, especially at first, right? When we didn't have all the medications and things and know everything about it, right? It was bad for a lot of people. But it also, I think, sparked a lot of people to do things
for sure.
that, they didn't typically have the opportunity to do or the time to do or whatever. So, I know even like we'll go to houses and people will tell us all the time, like, oh, we painted our cabinets during COVID, that kind of stuff. Because it's just those projects that,
Sure.
There's a lot of home improvement done. in that
a lot of home
A lot of home
improvement.
improvement and a lot of starter bread from what I remember too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all the
Yes. That became the big, yep. So 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. So, and you told us what you did prior to. You were waitressing, bartending.
Well, even before that, too, kind of getting an idea of like where my sense of wanting to help people came from.
Yeah.
Growing up, I've always been like wanting to help even like kids. So I went to school for early childhood and I
Sure.
did all that kind of stuff. So I was like helping families and, all kind of things like that. And then, throughout that process, you learn a little bit more, on the job than you do
Sure.
in there. So it was just kind of a fun way to really get to know, different family dynamics, how we can help people outside of daycare, how we can help them in the daycare and things
Sure.
like that. And then eventually it got to the point where that was a little bit much. I had my son, and then I just kind of shifted and transitioned because then I could be home with him a little bit more
Yeah.
and I was able to do that. So during that time, I was waitressing and bartending, so I'd be gone at night. And then home with him all
Sure.
day, which was really nice.
Which is great.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome. That's my little bestie.
That's awesome. So how old is he?
He is actually going to be 8 in March.
Oh, that's so
Cool.
fun.
Yeah.
And then your daughter was born during the height of the pandemic, so she must be
She's 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aw, how
Yep.
fun. Those are great ages.
Oh, it is actually. And this, like, kind of leading up to all of this actually gives me a lot of free time to make my own schedule and to
Sure.
do all of these things as well.
Sure.
And I
That's
can just kind
awesome.
of do what I have to do. So
Yeah.
with my nutrition club, I set my own hours,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and obviously, you know, we honor our hours as much as possible.
Sure.
But you know, I have my son is on the spectrum, so if he needs
Okay.
me to come to his school, I can literally close the doors and I can go. I don't have to, you know, worry about asking to take time off or
Uh-huh.
can I take my break early or, you know what I,
I know
mean?
all about that. That
Yeah.
that honestly, I think most realtors, I think
Yeah.
that's one of the, and honestly, I love houses. I actually really love houses. I used to go for walks and this is going to sound creepy, but I don't mean it this way. But like I would be like the person that was like, "Oh, look at that house." And like like just from the road, I'm saying I would be like, "Oh, their living room looks so cute." I never like peeked, like actually went up, okay?
So funny because
For
I do
the
that
record, right? But it's just, but the houses are just beautiful to me, and so I love it. But the other big thing is the freedom,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I remember I used to work in corporate America, and I would work all kinds of hours, but yet somehow, if I needed a half hour to go do something in the middle of the day, sometimes it was a big deal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's just, so
Yeah,
it's
and now we're at a point where you can just be like, oh, my son's band concert is this day. And we'll be like, all right,
Exactly.
see ya.
yep.
Oh, and that's my favorite too.
I
love
call
that.
it work-life harmony.
Yeah, it's a really good balance.
Yeah.
And it, honestly, like it really makes me feel a little bit more connected to people as well.
Sure.
Because, if we have, somebody that's struggling in a certain way with their kids, like their kids aren't eating enough or, there's different dietary restrictions and things like
Sure.
that, we can customize something for them
Yeah.
even just right there at the club too. We have kid sizes that we can help with.
Oh, that's so
and then we can
cool.
like match a lot of their things too. So, it all kind of like ebbs and flows a little
Sure.
bit with how you get to a certain point. But yeah, I really love it. And like you said, it is pretty harmonious with all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
too,
awesome. So do you have like a brick and mortar? Do you have like a store front?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is what our nutrition club is. So
Okay.
myself, I'm an independent distributor with this. So I
Okay.
don't necessarily have everything right there. But
Sure.
it's easier for me to have you come in.
Sure.
We can try something out. We can talk about it. So like, let's say that you and I got together, you
Mm-hmm.
had some questions on things. We can sit down. We can talk about, what are your goals? What do you want to see happen for yourself? How do you
Sure.
feel when this happens? Or, things like that.
Yeah.
And we can just really customize something for you specifically.
Okay.
Because I like to tell all of my clients that everybody is a little bit different, obviously. So
Sure.
we have something for everybody,
Yep.
but also for everybody. So
I
we
like
have
that.
Whoa.
Everybody and everybody. I love it. That's awesome.
Yes. So,
Very cool.
and being a mom, you're going
Yes.
to understand.
Yep.
We talk about poop. It is what it is. So
is.
you get uncomfortable with these people to know what it is that they need. So dietary restrictions.
Right.
If they need more protein, do you need more fiber? Things
Right.
like that to really help it out.
Right. Do you have a low carb option?
We can definitely customize things for you, yes. So that's kind of one of the like the key points within like your nutrition and things like that, because everybody's so afraid of carbs. Like they're so afraid of carbs and afraid of fats. But really, when you're doing this, no matter what it is, there are 3 things that you really want to focus in on as far as like making sure that you're getting everything that your body needs. So you need to be drinking enough water. Really, like a good key point for that is
I'm terrible. How much water should I be drinking in a day?
I would say about half of your body weight in ounces of water a day.
Well,
You can do it. I promise you. It sounds like a lot, but it's
I gotta
actually-
go. I gotta see you next week. I gotta get started on getting a bucket.
Just get you a trough and a
Do you
straw.
know what though? That is such a good point, because I was just complaining earlier. I just always have like these tension headaches. Not terrible, but just annoying, right?
Sure.
And I have a nurse friend that asked me recently, "How much water do you drink, Kelly?" And I was like, "Well, does the water in Diet Coke count?" Like, I don't drink nearly enough water, and when I do start to feel better.
That's good.
So,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Okay, so water, what else? I need to know everything.
So you're going to take in your water. You want to
Okay.
make sure that you're getting enough protein as well. So a lot of people don't know what their protein numbers are, and we have a way of figuring that out for you because, like I said, it's specific to you
Sure.
and what your body needs. So we can get you enough protein, but then also really making sure that you're hitting your nutrients as well. So like your macros and things like that, we can figure out a way to hit all of those for you as well because you can have fats and you can have the carbs, but obviously the good fats, and you want to make sure that you're taking in the correct stuff in the correct amount, but your body does need all of that kind of stuff to help like with your energy and things like that people
Right.
are kind of leery on, but your body needs that kind of stuff. So
That's awesome. So like if I came in and I was just like, help me, I want to lose 20 pounds.
well, you know what, we're going to be best friends because we're going to do this together.
Okay.
We got a pocket cheerleader right here that's going to come and talk to you as much as possible. You're probably going to hate me because I'm going to keep texting you like, let's go, Kelly. Like, come on, we can do this together.
Yeah. I need we always used to call it the accountability buddy.
Yep.
The accountability buddy. Yes. So, okay. So I would come in, I would tell you that, and you'd be like, all right, let's do this.
Yep, and we'll set up something for you specifically. So we'll
Okay.
do, a little bit of a one-on-one conversation with you, see kind of where like what your numbers would be. And we have like a formula to figure that out too. It sounds kind of scary and high tech, but it's really not anything crazy. So, we get all that information from you, and then we talk about, what's a good plan for you. What do you need? Do you need more fiber? Because, sometimes people aren't getting enough fiber. You need more water. Okay, great. Let's talk about how we can incorporate that as well.
Sure. That's awesome. So then, is it like, how does payment work for this kind of a program? Do you pay just like for certain things as you go, or is it like a membership?
And is it just American money?
I mean, I don't accept monopoly money. If that's what you think.
Let's get very, very deep here. Yeah.
No, that's okay. So we have a couple of different options that we can do for that. So that's just another thing that we would be able to talk about
Sure.
as far as like, how we can figure this out. Because honestly, like I said, it's going to be customizable.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll be different. Like if you needed something, but then Nick needed something, it may not be the same. So we have different ways that we can kind of go about doing things for you that way too.
That's awesome. What happens if I come back to the office and Nick drinks my shake?
You slap him.
Yes. I feel like that's something you would do.
That's something that's never even come close to happening.
You haven't had our stuff yet.
I
So
love it.
Yeah.
Yes. No, and I've heard that they're good. I've heard that. It's one of those things that I gotta, get off
Get
my
around
butt.
to it.
Get off my
Yeah.
butt and go do. Yeah. So very, very cool. I love it. Okay, so tell us, what kind of challenges have you found along the way? Because obviously we talked about, the good side of it, right? The autonomy, being able to go to your kids' things, all that kind of stuff, and doing something that you're passionate about, all the good things. But obviously there's always challenges with these things,
absolutely.
right? So what are some of the things that you've faced, and how do you feel like you've kind of overcome them or working to overcome them?
So a lot of it is really mental, if you think about it. And it really just kind of comes down to making sure, first of all, that you have a really good team behind you.
Sure.
Whether
For
it's
sure.
business or personal. Like the people I have here today. Like
Yes.
they're an amazing team that I have.
Awesome.
There are more people that did not obviously come
Yeah.
and flood your room here, but
She's got fans, though. I love it. No, you've got great support. That's
yes,
awesome.
So that's a really big deal. And then, honestly, talk about your problems. Don't sit with them. That's something that I've really been working on as well. Where, if I'm having something go in the business that I'm like, oh, well, crap, I can't do this today, but I really want to do this day, but I don't have this, and I have to do this, and I have to order this. I have to talk about it.
Sure.
And I kind of have to like talk through my problems. And, honestly, I need to do that more in a lot of different aspects of my life.
Sure.
But really, this one is like the
Me
big
too.
key one. So again, kind of falls back into like that support structure.
Yeah.
But really just breaking through that mental barricade that comes up, thinking like, oh, they're gonna hate this. Oh, I'm never gonna make it in this small town. I'm
Sure.
gonna do this. But really, you just go and you just have fun and you talk to people and you get to know people. And because of that, we've been here. It'll be 3 years in April that
Yeah.
this club has been open. So
That's amazing.
it's just kind of a fun way to be able to, of course, be other people's therapists and
Yep.
things like that too, because,
Yep.
everybody wants to come in and feel
Oh,
better when
sure.
they leave. So it's really, really just comes down to that mental state for me
Sure.
and just getting in front of people.
Yeah.
And
I love that. I found that too. Like, and we were talking a little bit before we started, just how I, try to be myself. and be approachable with people. And I mean, I'm sure I kind of always turn it up a notch because I'm trying to, be also very professional, and I'm using my professional voice, when I'm out on an appointment or something like that. But I also try to be myself. And I think that's just so important because otherwise, people want to talk to people that they feel like are real people.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
They want a real experience,
Yes.
not like, oh, I can't even relate to this person. Right.
Especially in this area.
Yes.
There's studies that show that's a very Midwestern thing, is that you exclusively want to talk to a person.
That's true. That is true. I feel like, on the East Coast, you don't get that nearly as much. Even I've done some stuff in the South. The Southern hospitality, I'll tell you, is not as prevalent as people would think. Yeah, the Midwest is really we like to talk to people. We don't want to get you have to press this button and go here and right? We like to have people in front of our face.
Yes.
So that's awesome that people can just come meet with you, go over everything. So do you have other people that work with you?
I do have a team that I work with, but I am my own employee. So I don't have.
Sure.
I guess I don't have employees, if that is a way to phrase that.
Yep.
But it is just me.
Sure.
Kind of talking to people and things like that. And, with my team, if they ever wanted to, use the club as a space for their work as well, they're more than welcome to. I mean, I have a pretty wide open door policy.
Yeah.
But it's just me currently there. But if anybody that was on my team that wanted to come and use it, they're very welcome to. We can use the space for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And just, make sure everybody's comfortable and good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I love what you said about just overcoming the mental blocks, right? Because holy cow, your thoughts really control your actions so much, right?
Big time.
Yes.
Well, and there's a lot of just, from watching Kelly's progress and stuff, there's a lot of where you kind of have to just start a plan and then put it together while it's in motion, because if you get all the pieces together, you're never going to start it. So it's we're going to see how this works out.
There's a lot of trial and error, right? Everything doesn't happen. There's so many times where we're even with the podcast, we started the podcast and then we've been fine tuning it ever since, right? And sometimes I'm going to use an office term here, pivot. Sometimes you got to pivot, right?
It's more of a Friends reference, isn't it?
I think, yes, it is. It absolutely is. Yes, I love that. So do you have normal hours? Do you have normal hours or open hours, I should say, is what I mean, open hours? Or do you just go by appointment?
I'm sorry, I'm beating you up
No,
over
you're
here,
good.
Nick. I'm so
Fine.
sorry.
Everything's fine.
So, essentially, yes, we do. So if I'm pretty active on social media as well.
Okay.
So if we have a day where we're closed early or I'm sick, kids are sick, things like that, we will open an extra day. So generally I'm open Monday through Friday, 7 to 2:30.
Okay.
So we're kind of more of that breakfast at
Sure.
lunch crowd.
Yeah.
But then we're also open on the weekends as well. So Saturdays is kind of that breakfast, early lunch kind of thing when people kind of are just getting moving for the day.
Yeah.
And then Sundays is a pop-up hours kind of day. So we can still have that day as a family, but my kids love coming to the club. So it's always a family day.
That's awesome.
But we just kind of try to keep it pretty fluid as far as we're always open for breakfast and then this is kind of
That's nice. And I think those are good hours because it's a good time frame to offer those things, what you're offering. And then you get to go home and be with your kiddos too, right? Later on, which is so important because it goes by so fast.
I know we get to do pickups and all that stuff. My daughter's school bus drops her off right at the club for us.
I love that.
It's been really
Oh, that's
cool.
good.
I love that. That's great. When you can find all of that and be happy, right? It's like magic. It takes some time. It's taken me a long time, but I think I'm finally getting there. So what's the best way? I know you said you're really active on social media. What's the best way for people to contact you? Just come in during those hours, call you first, email, text, carrier pigeon. What do we got?
I mean, if you want to use a carrier pigeon, I'm going to be really impressed with you.
Okay, cool.
But
I'll do that.
That sounds great. I'm really actually looking forward to
Wouldn't
it.
that be fun? I actually don't really
Start
know how
freaking out. There's a bird in here.
I would actually. I'm really
know
afraid
how
of
that
birds.
works, but I'm sure we could figure out a service.
Just please don't bring a seagull. Seagulls and I are not friends. No, thank you. But no, basically you can pop in at any given time during the club hours. I've even told people to, if it's 2:35 and I'm still there, please just come in.
Sure.
So you can come in in at any time, but then you can also, shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram. I have all of that connected to my phone. We do have a club number that you can call or text, leave a voicemail, anything like that. But then I will get the messages from that as well.
Okay.
Because it's all connected with the same Apple ID. So I will always have that phone on me regardless, but there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. Plus, if you come to the club and you're just like, yeah, I would really love some information, I have business cards with my personal phone number on there as well that you can call me, text me, any of that as well.
What is the club's address?
It is 344 East State Highway 54
Okay.
in Seymour, Wisconsin.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
okay.
directly across from the Dairy Queen. That's the easiest direction I can give people.
That's where the 54 comes in.
It's not my favorite number, but it is the highway, so it works out.
I'm just thinking about the fact that you're across the street from Dairy Queen. I mean, those are some real choices there. It's like, which path do I take? Do I go to Dairy Queen or do I be good?
Or you want the special science ice cream.
Exactly.
We do have dilly bar flavors, so
What?
it works out.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
You gotta have fun with it,
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm very much, I don't do directions. Like, I'm not a Lewis and Clark kind of person.
Sure.
I'm very much
me
a
too.
landmark person.
Listen, me too.
Yes.
I don't. North to me is up.
Yeah, thank you. That's
Yes.
me too.
Yeah.
My car that I have now finally has the little directional thing on the rear view mirror.
Okay.
So I can actually be like, well, I'm headed west right now, but I have no idea. I
No.
have to give restaurants,
Yep.
bars,
Well, like we've got that
shops.
thing on the wall there. That doesn't point north at all. That points to the west.
Yeah.
But that is north because it's up.
Right? Exactly. North is up, south is down. Do you have like a cool like success story about somebody that's come in, and kind of done the program and really like feeling good, lost some weight, or whatever their goals were?
Yeah, actually I do. So I'm not going to give her name because she
Sure.
doesn't always like to have like her picture and things out there. She's
Yeah.
pretty reserved when it comes to that stuff.
Sure.
But, one of my favorite people in the whole world, she and I worked together back in the day. And then she still is within like a bartending position. So when she and I were getting in touch with each other, she had, some information on things because her sister is like big with nutrition and things like that. So she wanted to be more active, to be with her kids and do a bunch of stuff like that. She started with one of the challenges that we did.
Okay.
And she really liked, the accountability and things like that, like you were saying before. She really enjoyed that.
Sure.
And then she actually went on, I want to say within her first few months, she dropped like 25 pounds.
That's amazing.
Using, the products and sticking with her program and things like
Sure.
that. And she still continues to use them to this day. This was probably right about the time that we opened.
Sure.
And she still uses them every single day. And
That's awesome.
when she runs out, she gets really sad because her order's not there yet. But yeah, so, and she did actually find out that she had an allergy. So we were able to tweak it with her
Perfect.
products, and she still uses everything really,
Yeah.
really easily.
That's great.
And she is, I think, down now close to 50.
That's
if I remember
amazing.
correctly.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
I love that. I love that. And are you eating some like, don't take this the wrong way, but like real food, like you're not just doing shakes, right?
Correct.
Like I'm having a shake maybe for lunch, and then I'm having like chicken for dinner.
Well, I'm still human. I do want to eat food. Like, we all have that, like, oral fixation.
right,
We
yeah.
chew on something. But yeah, so we do still eat
Sure.
food. And, we have so many ways that we can use this stuff. Like, it's crazy how versatile this stuff is.
Sure.
Like, we have a soup mix that I use to make, like, ranch pretzels. Like, think about, like, the 90s when they were making those oyster crackers in
Yes.
paper bags. That's kind of how these
love
are.
those, by the way. That's so cool.
So we do that kind of stuff, and we play around with those snacks. Like, I made goldfish for my kids so that they
Sure.
would start eating
Yeah.
a little bit differently.
Yep.
And now I can't even keep them in stock at home. So like we have that as an option.
great.
We can make our shakes into waffles, pancakes, mug cakes.
That's
we can do so many
amazing.
things with this kind of stuff. So it's not just drinking your shakes.
Yeah.
But we actually, like I said, we'll customize that plan for you, and we'll figure out what you need for your protein, and then you can fill in the gaps
Sure.
with the different snacks and stuff. Because we now have chips. We have these incredibly crunchy barbecue chips that I'm like obsessed with. That were just launched July.
Okay.
So those are incredible as an option for you. We have different, different bars and things like that to kind of help fill those gaps for you. And then we just
Sure.
make sure that we're hitting that number with your dinner as well.
That's awesome. I need this plan in my life. I
Have
really
your
do.
shake and eat it too.
I really
Absolutely.
Have your shake and eat it too. Oh
I think
my
that might be my new slogan.
Nick. Wow. He's, the dad jokes are, he's not
Thanks.
even a dad yet. And
No.
the dad jokes just roll right off for him.
Well, that's okay. Your New Balances will be right around the corner. So it's
Yes, exactly. for
Freshly
sure.
stained with grass.
Grass
Yes.
from mowing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said people can just come in. You're open 7:30, right? AM?
7 to 2:30.
7 a.m. to about 2:30 p.m. Okay. What was your social media, like Facebook? What's your name on Facebook?
Club 54 Nutrition.
So people can just go to
Nice
Club
and simple.
54 Nutrition. Easy.
Yep, both.
Instagram too?
Yep, Facebook and Instagram, yes.
Okay. Cool. And they can reach out to you that way as well?
Yep.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, I think this is fun, and I think everybody should try it out. Everyone.
Everyone. Even you, Mom.
Yes. All right. So Facebook, Instagram, they can get you Club 54 Nutrition.
Yes, ma'am.
They can call you. They can do all the things. Awesome. Very, very cool. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I honestly see myself building a team to help as many people as possible.
Sure.
We do live in such a small community in Seymour, so we really want to make sure that we're helping as many people, young, old, everywhere in between, to get the proper nutrition that they need, getting to the schools and things like that, just really making sure that, the community is taken care of. But really, like I said, just getting your feet on the ground, growing our team, and really making sure that we can help as many people as possible.
That's awesome. I love that. Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
I like that. Good
Yeah.
plan.
Well, thank you for sharing all of this with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and I hope everybody checks you out.
I hope so
54
too. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And we'll have to touch base again in a year and see where you're at.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might be like, Kelly, I have a team. I have 3 great people or whatever, you know? I love like following the progress.
Yeah.
Right?
She's like, I've got 70 employees. I've
Yeah.
got 18 locations now.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
love that dream.
Ooh.
No, that's exciting. That sounds
would
like fun.
be, yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. All right. Well, thank you again, my dear.
Yeah,
Should
thank
we talk
you.
about some weekend events
Yeah, we should.
in the 920?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So the first thing that we have, listen, first of all, I have to say, Friday is November 1st.
Oh my gosh.
That's just weird, Anyways, Friday, 6:30 to 8:30. It's called the Decades Dance.
Ooh.
And this is at Brighter Days Dance Studio, which is 1921 East Main Street in Little Chute. It's only $3 a person or $15 a family. It says all ages. Dress in the style of your favorite decade. Huh. Prizes will be awarded for the best dressed. Share with your friends. Costumes will follow Brighter Day modesty dress code. Be good about it. Be appropriate. But anyways, Decades Dance. Dress in your favorite decade. Go there. Sounds like they're going to have a fun dance. 6:30 to 8:30 on Friday.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Nick, what do you got?
Well, I was just thinking, I don't know which decade I would do.
You got to
Oh.
do the 90s. The 90s was the best.
You're right.
90s would be fun. Yeah.
I think I would do 80s.
I know you would do the 80s. That's not a question for you.
I was alive then, so. Okay.
Okay, so next we've got Wheel of Fortune Live,
Ooh.
Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Fox Cities Performing Arts Center. Wheel of Fortune Live, America's game, comes to the Fox Cities. Contestants are randomly selected from the audience to join our host on stage and spin a replica of the iconic wheel, solve puzzles, and win incredible prizes like trips to Paris,
Shush.
Hawaii, or win big money up to $10,000 in cash.
Wow.
Wouldn't the real prize be me meeting Ryan Seacrest?
Yes.
I feel like that would be the real prize.
Absolutely.
Is it the actual thing though, or is it
it's a replica.
it's like an off-Broadway?
Right.
version of it?
Off-Broadway
It's like
production.
Ryan Seacrest's look-alike or whatever.
Yeah.
But
They get like Clay Aiken or something.
Just,
Clay Aiken. Oh my gosh.
just Ryan Seacrest
Throw-
adjacent.
Throw back to the first season of
That's the second.
Second
the
season.
second season
He
of
was the runner.
Yep, Clay
yes.
and Ruben.
Oh my gosh.
Tickets start at $20.50.
$20.50. Okay. I wonder if it says start at $20.50. So what? Like maybe if you pay more, you have a better chance of getting on stage.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I would definitely want to go on stage. I want a trip to Paris, Hawaii. I want big money, any of it.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds really fun, actually. All right. So another thing on Friday, listen to this, haunted honky tonk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, it's country line dance beginner night.
Okay.
8 to 11 on Friday, the Crystal Ballroom. Oh my gosh. This is so great because I love the Crystal Ballroom, and I feel like for a while it was kind of it was a little abandoned.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. They used to have a lot of weddings there and things. And then for a little while, it's just sort of like sat there. I don't know if it was vacant. It looked kind of, run down. And then I believe, somebody else bought it and now they're getting it up and going again. So that's really cool. So the Crystal Ballroom, which is W3307 County Road B in Hilbert. So it's going to be a spooky edition of their monthly Friday beginner line dance. So it sounds like every month on a Friday, they have a beginner line dance. Very cool. Feel free to dress up and scoot those boots. I love it. Doors open at 7:45 p.m. Lessons are at 8 and 9 p.m. You can dance from 8:30 to 10:30, and it's $10. Oh, and also, since we're in Wisconsin, this is important.
Okay.
Full bar available.
Oh.
I like that they added that after there.
Right?
Little
Exactly.
tagline.
Yep, exactly.
That makes everybody a better dancer.
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Got your jiggle juice, and you're just loose and ready
Exactly.
to go. Yeah.
Yep. Nick, what do you got for Saturday?
So I've got fall market flights and fines at Xenon 54. Oh, there's that 54 again.
It's a big deal, you guys.
The Wine and Cocktail Lounge
Yes.
in Neenah.
Mm-hmm.
Curated wine flights and unique finds from local artisans await you.
Oh,
Explore a variety of handcrafted products from our talented local vendors while sipping on perfectly paired wine flights. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift or treating yourself, this event is a fabulous way to spend your day with friends and support local makers.
Oh, then they're going to have a bunch of different
Yeah,
vendors there.
there's like a list of people.
Very cool. I love that. I feel like Z54, they're always doing cool stuff. And by the way, can I just tell you that for years I called it XE? I didn't know. No one told me. I was
No,
like,
it's-
XE54.
No, it's Xenon, like the gas.
No, I get it now, but I didn't at the time.
Say
Sorry.
Xenon?
Yeah, Xenon.
That makes me think of Disney Channel. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's fine. Somebody that's listening to this podcast will know what I'm talking about.
Right? Okay, yes. And the thing is I hope that there's someone out there that also called it XE54 for a while.
I'm sure there is.
Please comment if you have. All right, Mood Boost Hike, Sunday, 6 to 7 p.m. Oh, that's a good thing. A Sunday night Mood Boost. Heckrot Wetland Reserve, which is 1305 Plank Road in Menasha. I'm sure most people know where Heckrot is. It says everyone is welcome to beat the Sunday scaries with an all-natural mood boost at this inclusive and rejuvenating weekly event. Oh, it's weekly.
That's actually really cute.
Free of charge, no registration, no sign-in. This is so great. Bring a friend or come on your own. Come once, come when you can, or come every week. Hikes will take place every Sunday evening at 6 o'clock.
Wow.
Meet by the large stones outside the Nature Center. I love that. How simple. Thank you, Heckrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right, last one, Nick.
Final one, wrapping it up. Glass studio class. I'm not going to try to pronounce that part.
No, yeah, that's scary.
Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Bergstrom Mahler Museum of Glass in Neenah. All glass studio registrations must be made online on our website or by calling the museum. Create your very own,
Bowl.
there's that word again,
Some kind of fancy glass bowl. Okay.
Pate de Verre
Yeah.
bowl with artist Deanna Clayton. Students will learn the basics of that style of bowl using glass frit to create. There's a lot of French words in this.
You're crushing it.
To create a textured bowl that is completely functional.
I'm so glad that
We
you
will
got
keep
this
your bowl
one.
and fire it. After Diana will electroplate it, a process that will add a metal finish around the rim.
It sounds
We're
very.
taking all experience levels though.
Oh yeah, it sounds very intricate but cool.
Also, they included an example photo.
Yes.
Oh, those are actually really cute.
Yeah, I mean they are. They're really cute glass bowls. Let's put it that way. All of that really means go to the Bergstrom Mahler Museum on Sunday from 1 to 4 and make a really cool glass bowl. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Well, thanks again for being here, Kortney, and thank you to everybody that's listening.
Yeah, thank you guys.
If you like what you're hearing, please give us a little 5-star review. It really helps. And we hope everybody has a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye. We really did that in harmony. I love that.
That's cool.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.